Yeah. Where am I? It's cold and loud. I was floating, now I'm falling through clouds. Eyes wide shut, now lights burning through. Who's that screaming? Wait, that's me too? I was safe in the dark where the rhythm was deep. Heartbeat, heartbeat, that was my beat. Now I'm pulled, flipped, slapped, wrapped in hands. Giant faces speaking words I don't understand. What is this place? Why am I here? Why all this noise up in both my ears? Why is the air so sharp like it cuts when I breathe? Why's love feel soft but the world got teeth? I hear whispers like thunder, touch feels like fire. They cheer like I'm savior, but I ain't the messiah. They say welcome to life, but I feel confined, like I left one cage just to enter a grind. What's this thing they call time? Why do people cry when they smile at mine? What's this rush, these rules, this race? They draw lines before I even know my face. Yo, I just got here, but I can tell this place is strange. They call it life. Guess I'll play the game. Yo, back when Lunchables were gourmet and monsters lived in hallways. I was 6 with a stick like it's Excalibur. Battle trees made peace with my calendar. Birthdays meant cake and chaos pure. And I thought grown-ups had a magic cure. Cartoons on loop, brains full of jelly. Mom screaming clean up, I'm watching telly. Sneakers untied but I ran like a jet. Whole world was mine and I hadn't lost yet. Broke my tooth on a Lego, cried like a poet. Then built a spaceship, yeah, pain didn't show it. School was a jail with crayons for walls, but recess was heaven where legends play ball.
These were the wonder years, wild and wide. Skinny's big dreams, no need to hide. Before the world said, grow up boy, we just live loud.
Hearts full of joy. Imaginary friends at my back in a fight, digging closets for portals every night. Trying to fly with a cape in a broken chair. Almost cracked my skull, but I was halfway there. Tooth Fairy ran off with my grill piece. Wrote her a letter,
Yo, you owe me at least.
Santa was suspect, Easter Bunny too. Started asking questions when the lies came through, but I still believe, man, I still play. Dug holes to China with a plastic spade. And my biggest crime, sneaking gum in class. Felt like Al Capone with a ninja mask.
These were the wonder years, wild and wide. Skinny's big dreams, no need to hide. Before the world said, grow up boy, we just live loud.
Hearts full of joy. Now I sit here grown, but the kid's still near. Still laughs when I fall, still cries when I hear that old toy jingle, that playground sound. Like echoes from stars that never touched ground.
These were the wonder years, pure and free. Before the weight of who I'm supposed to be. Don't need a time machine or sparkly gears. Just close your eyes, you'll find those years.
You gotta follow the rules. Stay in line. Keep quiet. Yeah, right. head full of static, teachers talking like robots. I heard they panic, sit down, shut up. That's a daily refrain, but I had fire in my chest and lightning in my brain. They boxed me in, tight collar like a noose, but I slipped through cracks. Born rebel, no truce, tried to fix me, mold me, scold me daily, but I broke every frame like I'm basically going crazy. They made the rules, I broke the chain. They threw the leash, I snapped the pain. No more silence, no more shame. I'm the storm they couldn't tame. Mom cried when I skipped that class again. Said, baby, they just wanna help you win, but how can a cage teach me how to fly? They clip your wings and still ask why. Graffiti thoughts on the back of my mind, tag my soul with the word undefined. Hoodie up, headphones, marching to my beat. Where the rules break down is where I feel complete. Locked in detention, but my mind runs free. I'm building a world where I get to be me. Call it defiance, call it sin, but I'm just trying to live from within. They made the rules, I broke the chain. They threw the leash, I snapped the pain. No more silence, no more shame. I'm the storm they couldn't tame. She didn't break me. She just left. And I didn't know how to name that feeling yet. I was 13, nervous with a pen. She smiled once. I rewrote who I am. Past notes like treasure, hearts in the fold. One said maybe. Man, I felt bold. Lunchroom glances, math class grins. She wore blue and I swore I'd win. Held her books once, palms got sweaty. Mine said cool, heart yelled ready. After school walks, no hands, just laughs. Stepped in puddles, we both lost track. She liked clouds, I like rain. We talked till the sky forgot its name.
You were the sun in my sketchbook sky, the laugh in my throat when I didn't know why.
No need for forever,
No need to try, just a moment that lived, then passed me by.
Then June came, fast like a breeze. Said she's leaving for the summer out east. Just 3 months sounded small, but it echoed big in my bedroom wall. Wrote her letters I never sent. Thought about a kiss, but just never went. Kept the bracelet like it meant something deep. Put it under my pillow, couldn't sleep. Watched the clock tick through July haze. Thought of her face in sunlit waves. No goodbye kiss, no promise, no sound, just an echo where she hung around.
You were the sun in my sketchbook sky, the spark in my chest I couldn't deny.
No need for forever,
No need to try,
just a feeling that stayed when you said goodbye. She didn't ghost me, didn't lie, didn't cheat. She just left. And I didn't know that absence could beat. No closure, no fight, no tears on my sleeve. Just silence and summer that wouldn't leave.
You were the sun in my sketchbook sky, the note in my song I still amplify.
No need for forever,
No need to cry,
first love was hello.
and
wasn't heartbreak, but it was the first time something hurt.
Quietly.
They never told me when it starts, like, when does it really start? One day you're throwing paper planes and yelling in class. Next, you're wearing a hoodie and asking who you are. Time, it don't run, it creeps. It don't knock, it just leaks, like it's slipping through your hoodie sleeves while you're scrolling, zoning, forgetting to breathe.
Aren't you gonna be late for school?
I thought I had forever when I was 10. Forever was Friday. Forever was my Game Boy charged. Forever was wait for summer. Now it's what's next? What's wrong? What time is it? Too late. People keep saying enjoy it while it lasts, but no one tells you when it ends. Like, how do you know you're living a memory while you're still inside it? Time. Tick. Tick. Tick.
Clock in. Shut up. Smile fake. Dream big. Let's go. Huh. Let's go. Yeah. I woke up with hunger, not the breakfast kind, but the burn in your chest when you're chasing the grind. 9 to 5, nah, more like 5 to never. I sleep with my shoes on, dreams don't wait forever. Boss say hustle, I've been doing laps. While he sips wine, I'm breaking my back. Minimum wage, maximum stress, stacking these hours like a game of chess. College debt, yeah, these my spine. Still smile while I clock that time. They told me follow your heart, but I had to pawn that for a bus card. Dreams and dollars run till I bleed. Clock don't care about what I need. Broken bones, but rich in fight. One more shift, one more night. Got ideas bigger than this cubicle cage, but the system laughs. Stay in your wage. I'm rapping my head while I scan that barcode. Taking notes in the back like Morse code. Lunch breaks, what's on nap on the floor. Microwave faith and hope on the door. They say one day like that pays rent, but one day income since 2010. So I build my name in invisible bricks. Every round they sharp, every beat I fix. They can't see it yet when I draw that map on the time clock like to a stadium clap. Dreams and dollars run till I bleed. Clock don't care about what I need. Broken bones but rich in fight. One more shift, one more night. This ain't no fairy tale, this ain't no charm. It's grit in the gears and blood on the arm. I ain't lucky, I'm built, brick by verse. From late night hope and the second-hand curse. Dreams and dollars, fire and steam. Working this world just to chase a dream. Broke today, but I'm sharp in time. I'm the punch that's coming out of this fight. You burn out. Woo! Used to hold you like hope in a hurricane. Now I'm talking to ghosts in the mirror, insane. You were the light, now the bulb is shattered. We danced on promises till none of it mattered. Text bubbles pop scene, no reply. Love turned fiction, don't ask me why. You said forever like a song stuck on repeat. Now I'm solo in the silence, skip a heartbeat.
We fell from heaven, now we're crawling through hell. Love was a weapon, and you fired it well. Tears on my tongue, I can't make a sound from flying so high to falling down.
Yeah, memories cut like a blade in reverse. Hurt plays soft, but the echo gets worse. Told my boys I'm fine, straight face lie, but the smoke in my lungs spells out goodbye. Deleted our pics, but I kept your scent. Cold on my hoodie, warm like regret. Wrote you a verse, then I burned the page, but the chorus still hits. Rage to cage, do you even remember the lake, the stars, that trembling December? Cause I do, and it kills me slow. You let go first, and I followed.
We fell from heaven, now we're crawling through hell. Love was a weapon, and you fired it well. Tears on my tongue, I can't make a sound from flying so high to falling down.
Yeah,
To falling
I scroll through your page like it's sacred ground. Laughs with him, yeah. I hear the sound, every like feels like a slap to the soul. Guess I was a phase, just playing a role. Tore out my heart, wore it like a badge, while I stitched my name in at every scratch. You moved on like it, some parade, but I'm stuck in the rain where memories fade.
We fell from heaven, now I'm drowning below. In echoes of words you'll never know.
Broke me in verses, line by line.
Told me forever, then pressed rewind. Tears on my tongue,
Still can't make a sound.
I'm ashes now.
Not battleground,
No wings left,
no higher ground.
just echoes of us
Still falling down.
to falling down.
Yeah. 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 Yo, I'm climbing, I'm rising like the tide is rising. Got the throne in my sights, got the mountain of mine. In the halls where the shadows creep, in the hall of the mountain king. Feel the heat, I'm breaking through the darkness, feel the flames beneath. Crown's getting heavy, but I wear it like a beast. They said I couldn't, I'm defying, I'm flying like a storm in the sky, no denying. Every step, every breath, I'm testing my fate. Every word, every verse, like a cannon, I'm breaking the gates. I'm coming for the throne, y'all better start running. I'm the king of the mountain, now the kingdom is humming. Every battle, every scar, every bruise on my skin tells a story of the war, and I'm born to win. In the hall of the mountain king, Feel the drums and the bells ring. Watch me rise, hear me sing. I'm the storm, I'm the thing. In the hall of the Mountain King. Feel the fire, feel the sting. I'm the throne that you can't bring down. Crown me, I wear the king's crown. Every echo in the walls, it's my battle cry. Ain't no limits, ain't no stopping, watch me amplify. Beneath the rocks and the rubble, I've been lurking low. Now I'm rising like the wind, watch the mountain blow. Stepping in with fury, you can feel the intensity. Every verse is a step toward my immortality. I've been grinding while you're slipping on the climb. Every rhyme like a boulder, every word is a sign. Now I'm on top, can nobody push me down. Got the crown locked tight, I'm the king with no doubt. I'm coming for the throne, y'all better start running. I'm the king of the mountain, now the kingdom is humming. Every battle, every scar, every bruise on my skin tells the story of the war, and I'm born to win. In the hall of the Mountain King, feel the drums and the bells ring. Watch me rise, hear me sing. I'm the storm, I'm the thing. In the hall of the Mountain King, feel the fire, feel the sting. I'm the throne that you can't bring down. Crown me, I wear the king's crown. The thunder's getting loud, the walls start to shake. Every step that I take, yeah, the ground starts to break. I'm the king in the making, no mistaking. I'm taking it all, no forsaking. I'm breaking. Yo! From the depths of the hall to the top of the peak, I'm the king of the mountain, ain't nobody asleep. Feel the power in the rhythm, hear the mountain sing. In the hall of the Mountain King, I'm the real thing. Crown on my head and the kingdom's mine. I'm the storm in the sky, watch me climb, watch me shine.
You built this. Yeah. Now carry. Yeah. I climbed from nothing, now I'm signing in ink. Deals worth millions in the time that you blink. Boardroom silence when I enter the space. All eyes locked, but they don't see my face.
They see the numbers, they see the rise. Graphs go up, but so do the lies. Every decision got 1,000 at stake. One wrong move, whole empires break. I built this tower from pressure and doubt. Now I'm at the top and there's no way out. Phones don't sleep and neither do I. Even my wins got a cost that I buy. This is the top. Weight on my chest, crown made of steel, no time for rest. You see the height, not what it took. You read the headline, not the book. Private flights, but my mind stays parked in a dark room lit by a glowing chart. Forecast, risk projections, deals, trying to calculate what success really feels. They call me vision, they call me drive, but they don't see what it takes to survive. Trust is thin when the stakes this high, even handshakes feel like alibis. I built a system that runs on me. If I stop one day, what's left will be an empty shell with my name on the wall, or a house of cards just waiting to fall. This is the top. Weight on my chest, crown made of steel, no time for rest. You see the height, not what it took. You read the headline, not the book.
said, make it, I made a machine. Now I'm a part of it, stuck in between. I don't clock out, I don't switch off. Even my silence got a cause.
This is the top, no air to breathe. Built in myself, now it builds on me. You want the throne, then understand it owns your life, it don't just stay. You built this, yeah. So don't drop it. Yeah. More cars, more flights, more nights, more everything. That's what they say, right? Yeah. 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 Champagne rain on a Tuesday night. Private jet fuel, city lights. 2 phones buzzing, 3 deals closed. Money's so loud, I don't hear no. Penthouse view, whole skyline mine. Time zone shift, but I'm still online. Gold on the wrist, silence on my chain. Smiles all fake, but they look the same. The keys, the cars, I don't even drive. Names on list, just to feel alive. Every room say my name when I walk, but nobody hears when I actually talk. Too much, too fast, too hot, too clean. Living like a headline, living like a dream. More. Never what it seems. Got everything, or so it means. Yeah. Y'all don't know why the sun don't set. Don't know that they don't know what's next. Faces switch, but the vibes stay same. Different names, same empty frame. Laugh too loud, drink too quick. Every high got a hidden glitch. Music blast, but it don't go deep. Crowded room, but I don't feel seen. Flash, camera freeze. Turn real life into memories. But when it's quiet, when it's late, I don't recognize this state. Too much, too fast, too hot, too clean. But living like a headline, living like a dream. More. Never what it seems. Got everything, or so it means. Wait, turn that down. Why is it so loud when nothing's there? No cars, no lights, no calls, no one. Where did it go? They say I'm in control. But control of what? Every number got a pulse. Every deal got a shadow. Every yes I sign echoes somewhere I don't see. One more decision. No time for rest. It runs on you. I built a system so big I can't hear myself think inside it. Phones ring, emails stack, voices talk, but none of them mine.
I used to trust my gut, now I check projections. I used to feel things, now I measure them. What if I stop? Does it stop? Or does it keep going without me? I thought I built this, but I think it built me.
I didn't rise overnight. I just stopped falling. Woke up with silence, not the heavy kind, but the type that don't scream when it hits your mind. No headlines, no noise, no deals to chase. Just me in the room, meeting my own face. Had to rebuild what I broke in pride. No shortcuts left, nowhere to hide. Every scar got a story attached. Every loss was a lesson I finally grasped. I used to run like the world was fire. Now I walk, but I'm walking higher. Not above them, just above who I was. Less about proving, more about because I fell so far, I touched the ground. Now I rise, no need for a crown. No more noise, I hear my breath. This ain't the end, this is rebirth. No empire now, just bricks I trust. Built slow, from truth instead to rush. I learned that control ain't holding tight. It's knowing when to loosen the fight. I let some go, yeah, names and plans. What I thought defined me slipped through my hands. But what stayed? The part that's real, the part that don't bend for a bigger deal. I ain't perfect, I still relapse into old thoughts, old loops, old traps. But now I catch it, I see the signs, and I don't let it rewrite my lines. I fell so far, I touched the ground, now I rise, no need for a crown. No more noise, oh no, I hear my breath, hear my breath. This ain't the end, this is rebirth. They said start over, like it's easy, but you don't start over, you start wiser. Same bone, same mind, just different choices this time. I fell so far, I found my worth. No need to run, I choose this earth. No more fear, what comes next? I lost it all and gained myself. Not everything grows fast, some things grow right. I used to chase the world, now I watch it grow right in front of me. Little footsteps running through the hall, echo louder than my biggest calls. Used to measure life in wins and checks. Now I measure time and what comes next. Tiny hands grabbing at my sleeve, asking questions I can't just leave. While the sky blue, I pause, I think, trying to give truth, not just a link. I built things big, yeah, towers and plans, but none of that fits in their little hands. What they take from me ain't what I own. It's how I speak and how I've grown. This is my legacy, more than a name, more than a number, more than a game. If they remember the way that I live, that's everything I could ever give. I used to think I had to be strong, never show cracks, never be wrong. Now I say sorry when I fall short. That's the lesson they really absorb. I tell them stories not about the highs, but nights I failed and still got by. Teach them that worth ain't tied to applause. It's standing your ground when nobody claps. No blueprint here, no perfect guide, just trying to be someone they can confide. If one day I'm gone and they hear my voice, I hope it reminds them they've got a choice. This is my legacy, more than a name, more than a number, more than a game. If they remember the way that I live, that's everything I could ever give. It's not what you leave behind, it's what you leave inside them. Hearts that I helped to grow. No need for statues, no need for fame. Just someone, somewhere, remember my name. That's enough for me. I used to run. Now it walks. Time was loud back then. Deadlines, phones, voices stacking on voices. Now it's quiet. I don't chase it anymore. I don't fight it. I just sit with it. Minutes don't rush, they open. Like space between notes I never heard before. I used to measure life in speed. Now I measure it in moments I can feel. Tick. Still here. If you're hearing this, I guess I made it to the end of my road. I used to run like I'd outrun time, like clocks would break if I pushed my lines. Chased every second like it owed me breath. Now I sit still and I'm okay with death. Not in a rush, not in regret, just counting the moments I don't forget. All of the noise that I used to chase fades to a whisper next to their face. The ones I loved, the ones I raised, the nights we talked, the games we played. Turns out life ain't what you keep, it's who you hold before you sleep. This is goodbye, not a defeat. Just laying my story down at your feet. No more running, no more fight. I close my eyes and I'm alright. I seen the highs, I felt the fall. Built something big, then lost it all. But losing things ain't losing me. That's something time made me see. If I could talk to who I was, I'd say slow down, you're enough. You don't need crowns, you don't need proof. Just live your life and tell the truth. So if you're listening, hold it close. The one's right there, now what you post. 'Cause in the end, when breath runs thin, it's not the world, it's who's within. This is goodbye, not a defeat. Just laying my story down at your feet. No more running, no more fight. I close my eyes and I'm alright. Don't cry for me, just remember me right. When the time is right. Thank you for the life. There's no start to this. And no end I can see. Just something continuing. I used to think life drew a line in the sand. Start on one side, finish on the other end. But the more that I lived, the less it was true. It don't really stop, it just changes its view. Every word that I said still moves through the air, in the way that you speak, in the way that you care. Every step that I took left a trace in the flow. Even if time never lets it show, I'm not a name, not a date, not a stone, not the things that I built or owned. I'm in the space between what remains, in quiet shifts, in unseen change. I don't gets retold. No last word, no final breath, just a life that outlives death. You look for signs like I drifted away, but I'm right in the fabric of every day, in the strength you find when you feel unsure, in the quiet voice that says endure. Time don't erase it, rearranges form, like a drop in the ocean becomes the storm. What we were bends into what will be. That's the part that we rarely see. So don't hold tight like it's all gonna break. Let it move, let it shift, let it take. I'm not gone, just out of frame, still in the story without the name. I don't end, I just unfold in every story that gets retold. No last word, no final breath, just a life that outlives death. You don't leave the world, you blend into it. Let it flow. We don't die, we let go. No finish line, no last breath, just a pause, then a spark. Where am I?
Same beat, different life, let's rewind. Yeah. Same beat, yeah. Same beat, different life, let's rewind. Back to the start with a heart, first hit, first breath, first cry, no name on it. Blank page, no weight, no past to drag. Now I'm running through years like a time-lapse track. Schoolyard dreams, scrape knees, no fear. Then the rules came in like stay right here. First love, first loss, first time I broke, first time I learned what silence spoke. Fast forward, grind mode, sleepless nights, turning small ideas into neon lights. Built it up, watched it fall, built it again. Every version of me still lives in my pen. Run it back, let the timeline spin. Every loss, every scar, every win. If I could go, would I change that scene? That's me in the time machine. Yeah, that's me in the time machine. Top of the world and under the weight, built the whole life that I couldn't escape. Lost my way just to find my ground, got back up when it all broke down. Now I see it ain't straight lines drawn, it's loops, it's waves, it's back and forth. Every mistake was a coded sign, every wrong turn just rewrote mine. So if you ask me, would I rewind, undo the pain, redesign time? Nah, I relive every fall I seen, cause that's what made this whole machine. Run it back, let the timeline spin. Every loss, every scar, every win, no regret. Every break, every scene, that's the code of the time machine. Same beat, different life. Same me. Same me. No crown, no throne.
No script, no road, no perfect design, no clean-cut path that we all align. We wake, we move, we search, we feel, trying to understand what's actually real. Every face got a hidden weight, every smile got a shift of fate. No one's whole, no one's complete, just different rhythms in the same heartbeat. We reach for more than question why, build up dreams just to watch them fly. Not broken, just undefined, trying to make sense of a restless mind. No crown, no throne, no grand design, just a spark in borrowed time. No perfect path, no master plan, just breathing blood and being human. Yeah, I seen it up close, not just from afar. This ain't quiet fighting who we are. Not headlines loud, not moments big, but silent choices we live with. Trying to stay real when it's easier to fold, trying to hold truth when the world feels cold. No spotlight here, no need for a name, just standing your ground in an invisible game. And I've been there too, that is that line where you question it all, what's yours, what's mine. But every time I thought I'd lose control, I found that fight already in the soul. No crown, no throne, no grand design, just a spark in borrowed time. No perfect path, no master plan, just breathing blood and being human. Say it loud, no mask, no road, no road, no mask, no road, no mask, no road, just a heart, just a heart, just a soul, just a soul. No crown, no crown, no throne, we stand not alone. No crown, no crown, we stand not alone. No perfect path, no master plan, just blood, just breathe, just human. Just human. And that's enough.